Hi, I'm Tenaj, and I'm going to be making strawberry oatmeal bars. So, some of our tools that are going to be needed is a cookie cutter, spoons, two different sizes, a big spoon, a spatula, a large bowl, a pan. Aluminum foil on the inside is optional. Some of our ingredients are going to be 1.5 cups of oatmeal, or just oats, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1.5 cup of flour, salt, baking powder, 2 sticks of butter, and strawberry preserves. Now, before we get started, the most important thing to do is to wash our hands, make sure we're all clean and everything's safe. So, okay. After your hands is washed, the first thing we're going to do is add all of our ingredients into the bowl, except for the strawberry preserves. We're going to put the whole bowl of oats inside our mixing bowl, the whole bowl of flour inside of our mixing bowl, the whole bowl of brown sugar inside of our mixing bowl, and then we are going to cut up our butter. I forgot to get a knife. I'll be right back. One moment. Okay. Now, even though I said earlier that we would be using the full 2 sticks of butter, even though I said earlier we are going to be using the full 2 sticks of butter, we're only going to use actually a stick and a stick and 3/4 of butter. Now, my butter is a little melted, so it might be a little messy. And basically what you want to do is just cut it up, so when you put it into the mixing bowl, it will be easier to mix. And it's really soft right now, so it won't be hard to mix, but this is basically what you want to do. Alright, and that was the first stick, and so on our second stick, we're only going to use 3/4 of the butter. Now, the other 1/4 of the butter will be used, just not at this exact moment. And like I said, my butter is like very melted, and so, like I said, you're still going to cut it up and put it into the bowl. You're going to save about 1/4 of butter for later. Now, the next thing that we have to do is go ahead and add our, the next thing we have to do is go ahead and add our salt, which I'm going to get 1 of the spoons. And you're only going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You don't want it to be too salty, so a 1/2 teaspoon. And then you're going to get the baking soda. The baking powder. Do not use baking soda, use baking powder. And then you're going to use a full teaspoon. Yes, not table, but teaspoon. A full teaspoon of baking powder. Alrighty. Now, before you mix all your ingredients, you can go ahead and set the stove. Oh, sorry. That's probably not a good picture. I don't know if you can see it there. The stove. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that or not. But the stove to 350. And you do that ahead of time to go ahead and let it preheat. But I'm sure most of you guys know that anyways. Alright, and so I'll show you all the ingredients that are in the bowl right now. It looks kind of mushy and all that good stuff. So basically what we're going to do is mix it up. So we're going to get our big spoon, and we're going to use that to mix it up. But right before we do that, the butter that I told you to hold on to earlier, we're going to go ahead and put it into the pan. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because, you know, it's going to stop sticking. And it's going to also stick our mixture together. So while the oven's preheating, you can go ahead and put the pan in the oven and allow that to melt while you're mixing up your mixture. Now, at first, when you're mixing up your mixture, it's going to be a little, I guess you could say, not difficult, but it's going to look like all the mixture isn't mixing up all the time, but you have to just keep going and let the butter soak into the mixture, and then it's going to look more like a dough. And you just want to keep doing it until you get everything nice and mixed up. Yep, this is definitely the fun and interesting part of making everything.